I am doing great, Will. It's so great to be back on the show, and I'm so proud of you for keeping this great opportunity and resource for our families going.
Well, thank you very much. It's believe it or not, this is day 26. So so we've been at it for a while, and I think you were on in the first week or so. So really glad to have you back. And last time you were on the couch next to me, but I'm just gonna pretend you're here now. We're being safe for social distancing, and so we're using technology. So thanks for coming back on. So we are going to do bilingual story time today again, with a little twist, a little curveball on you. Last time we did it, we both read the same book, and we probably are going to do that version again. But this time, we're going to give you double trouble. We're going to give you two different books. I will read a book in English, which is Here Comes the Big Mean Dust Bunny by Jan Thomas. And thanks to our friends at Beach Lane Books for letting us read this. And then Councilmember Alvarez is going to read a book in Spanish, and he will explain. He'll read it in Spanish, but he'll explain what happened in the book, kind of summarize it for people who their Spanish isn't quite yet where we want it to be yet, like me, so that we know what's going on. But so we're going to do it that way this time. And Good Day, Good Night is the book that Councilmember Alvarez will be reading by Margaret Wise Brown, and illustrated by Lauren Long. And we thank HarperCollins for the permission to use it. So with that, we're going to get started. I'm going to give a couple shout outs, and then I'm going to see if Councilmember Alvarez wants to give any shout outs. But as always, anyone who writes us, we always say hi to. And we want to make sure we do that today. So I want to say hi and thank you to Zahenia, to Maximiliano, welcome back, to Luke, to Ashley, to Chris, to Michelle, to Olivia, to Christiana, and Hector. Thank you for joining us yesterday, along with many others, and welcome back. And I'm so excited. We gave away a book bundle yesterday to the Cone family, and I know they're really excited to get their books. So thanks again to Friends of the Library for partnering with us on that as well. Thank you to the Montgomery County Public Libraries team, Sean and Christine especially, for helping us pick the books and all our activities. So if you want us to say hi to anybody, please let us know. We will do it. As always, hi to Aaliyah, Addison, Ava, William, Isaiah, and Michelle. And Gabe, do you want to say hi to your family or anybody else?
I do. Once again, want to say hi to my beautiful family, to my incredible wife, Catherine, to Alicia, Paul, Mateo, and Teresita, who are listening intently downstairs.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully both of our kids are. I always get the report about how much they watched, if they watched it every day. All right. And then at the end, as always, we may give a couple updates to parents and caregivers about the work we're doing. But we're glad you're back. So I'm gonna real quickly sing our welcome song. And you know what we should do? We should figure out how to do I won't put any pressure on you, Gabe, but if you want to do the welcome song in Spanish on the second time around, you can. If not, no big deal. I'll sing it.
Great.
All right. We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and sing hello. We stop and sing hello. We stop and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stop and sing hello. All right. Hello, everybody. So no pressure. Next time you come on, Gabe, maybe we'll do an Espanol version.
You got it. I'm going to work on that.
Okay. Now you got the verses. All right. So I'm going to read the first book, and it's a pretty short book, and then we'll get into our Spanish language book today that Councilmember Alvarez is going to read. All right, here we go. This is called Here Comes the Big Mean Dust Bunny by Jan Thomas. Let's see what this is about. Ah, he looks pretty mean. Hello. We are Ed, Ned, Ted, and Bob. We rhyme all the time. Ed, Ned, Ted, and Bob. We rhyme all the time. I am the big, mean dust bunny. Rah! They look a little scared. I'd be scared too. Interesting name. Want to play a rhyming game? No! Said the dust bunny. Come on. What rhymes with fit? Lit. Kit. Cat? No, that's it. I know, said the dust bunny. Sit! And he sits on him. Oh no, he squished him. He squished him. It does rhyme though. Sitting is fun. Fun? He weighs a ton. They're still rhyming even as they're getting crushed. My turn. What rhymes with face? Race? Case? Base? Cat? He's got it wrong again. Our buddy here in the blue. Chase! Ah! As he chases them around. This guy's mean. And look at his sharp teeth. Chasing is fun. Fun? Run! They run away. My turn again. What rhymes with cat? What do you think? What rhymes with cat?
Bat.
The big cat sits on the dust bunny. You see his arms up. It does rhyme. Look at that. He is flat, like a mat. Drat that cat. He may be a thug, but what rhymes with tug? They're trying to pull him apart. That's nice. They're helping him, even though he was mean to them. It's a good lesson. I know, I know. Look, he has a little smile on his face now. Says the dust bunny. What rhymes with tug? I think I know where this is going. Hug. Oh, very nice end. See, they didn't get along and now they're getting along and they gave each other a big hug. My face feels weird, said the dust bunny. It's called a smile. So what do you want to do now? Chase the cat, said the little blue guy. The end. And at the end, they said, is there a mean dust bunny in your neighborhood? So I think this is a good lesson. Sometimes people who are mean just are a little grumpy. And if we're nice to them, they turn around. So really cool book. What'd you think, Gabe? Did you like that one?
I love the book. So yeah, I think there are bullies in our lives, but we always have to think about why they're being bullies. You know, maybe something's going on, you know, that makes them sad and mad and act out in ways that aren't very nice. But there's a nice in everybody, in my opinion. And so I love that book. I agree. It reminds us of that. I'm going to give my monkey a hug just because, you know. So, all right. Are you ready to do your book? I'm excited. Good day. I sure am. All right. So, I turn it over to you. So we are going to be reading Buen Dia and Buenas Noches, Good Day and Good Night, which is written by Margaret Wise Brown. El autor is Margaret Wise Brown. And this book is a little bit like Goodnight Moon. It's a great book to read when kids are going to sleep. It's a book about a bunny who is very positive and says goodnight to all of the friends in his neighborhood. So it's a nice book to kind of calm down after a busy day, and especially not now because we've got big problems and little problems that we're all trying to solve. And so this book helps us relax and calm down and go to sleep. And so I like to read this book to my kids before we go to bed. So I will narrate in Spanish and English as we go along.
Sounds good.
All right, once again, buen día, buenas noches. All right. Cuando salió el sol, el día comenzó. ¿Quién vio la primera luz del día? Y dijo un conejito, el único. So out came the sun and started the day, and who saw it but the little bunny? Buenos días, mundo. Hola, luz del día. Good morning, world. Hello, light of the day. Buen día a todos. Adiós, noche. Good morning, everybody. Goodbye, night. Buen día, árboles y pájaros en el cielo. Good morning, trees and birds in the sky. Buen día, abejitas, a salir de la colmenita. Good morning, bees, coming buzzing around. Buen día, gatito. Hay leche en tu taza. Estírate, gatito. Trata de despertarte. Good morning, cat. There is milk in your cup. Why don't you stretch out and wake up? I just rhymed, Will.
You did. You did.
Buenos días a ti. Abre tus ojos, porque cada día es una nueva sorpresa. Good morning, everyone. Open your eyes, because every day is a new surprise.
Especially now.
Yeah. Ve, vive tu día. See, live your day. Cuando salió la luna, la noche comenzó. And when the moon came out, the night began. Buenas noches, pajaritos, abrigados en su nidito. Good night, birds, all snug in your nest. Buenas noches, abejas. Es hora de descansar. Good night, bees. It's time to rest. Buenas noches, cielo y luz del día. Buenas noches, flores. Animalitos, buenas noches. Good night, sky. Good night, light of the day. Good night, flowers and little animals. Good night. Buenas noches, gatito. Buenas noches, osito. Good night, little cat. And good night, little bear. Buenas noches, personas en todo lugar. Good night, everybody, everywhere. Buenas noches, juguetes. Buenas noches, mundo. Debajo de las sábanas estoy bien acurrucadito. Good night, toys. Good night, world. Good night, sheet. Under the sheets, I am nice and cozy. El conejo movió su nariz y cerró sus ojos de color rubí. Buenas noches, conejito. Vete a dormir. The little bunny moved his nose and his sparkling ruby eyes, and he closed them tight. And good night, little bunny. It's time to sleep. That is a beautiful book and so perfectly illustrated. And then the last page, the little cat is stretching before he goes to sleep. Great book.
Hey. Oh, sorry, we fell asleep over here.
Ah,
That you did it so well.
that's right.
That was awesome, and I'm glad that actually worked pretty well because it wasn't that long, a lot of words, so it was okay to translate something.
Yeah, it was easy.
So, yeah, that was fun, and I actually did one of these earlier this week with another guest, and we had, and she read. It was on Earth Day, and she read the Lorax, which is a cool, you know, book about protecting the earth, but it has a lot of words. So I got the better deal with the shorter book. But, all right, so we've read our 2 books, and we're going to do one of our. It's a good day to do this song, and this is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. So, and it's raining today, and it's going to rain for the next couple of days. So, so this song, if you don't know it, I think you do, but if you don't, we'll do it real quick, and then you can do it with us the next time. Okay. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider walked up the spout again.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, thank you.
Good
You
job.
you want to try a Spanish version?
I do.
Okay.
All right, here we go. La araña pequeñita subió, subió, subió. Vino la lluvia y se la llevó. Salió el sol y secó la lluvia. Y la araña pequeñita otra vez subió.
Yay! Very good. Very good. And you can do that as many times as you want, because the spiders in my area, they climb up, get washed down, they climb up, they get washed down. It's a good example. They work really hard.
Yeah.
So we're going to do one more thing. We're going to do any updates. And so I wanted to turn Councilmember Albanos first to Gabe and see if he has anything you want to share to the parents or caregivers about what we're trying to do with our response or anything you think is relevant.
Well, a couple things. I want to plug a show that we started together, but because of social distancing, can no longer do together, but we've kept it going. It's a show called Just Breathe, which we air on our Facebook page, and we do Facebook Live. And we are taking direction from your incredible team, Will, that has put this together, which is so impressive. And so on Wednesdays and Fridays at 2 o'clock, Montgomery County resident Dinah Simpson walks us through some breathing exercises and some meditation and other wonderful resources for there to be an outlet. Now, this is geared mostly for mom and dad, but she is going to be doing some shows in the future that are very child friendly. And so tune in. We have different episodes directly on our Facebook page. And the other thing is, this was so cool. It happened this morning, but our police officers did a drive along to acknowledge our Holy Cross Hospital nurses and doctors this morning, which I thought was kind of a neat thing because everybody's working collaboratively right now. And everybody is stepping up in so many different ways to volunteer. And I really want to credit you, Will, and your team for producing the highly successful food distribution program in White Oak, because we know there are a lot of families right now who are not sure where their next meal is going to come from. And so everything that we can do to help provide support and guidance. And if you go to the Montgomery County Community Foundation's website, there is a fund that they are collecting and distributing to various nonprofit organizations helping our community. And so I want to thank you and your team for your continued leadership. And it's such an honor to call you a friend. And I look forward to participating in more of these story times in the future.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Gabe. And yes, we will share Just Breathe. I was honored to be in the first one, but we had to, for social distancing, change the way it was done. And certainly we all need some relaxation and some breathing and some mindfulness. So we'll share that on our page as well for 2 p.m. today and on Wednesdays. I'm glad you mentioned the White Oak food distribution. I just have 2 updates that I wanted to share. We will be doing that again tomorrow, this Saturday at 11 a.m. At the White Oak Recreation Center, where we'll be giving away another 500 plus boxes of groceries, healthy groceries that should last about a week per box. And we're going to give it to the first 500 families that come, or as long as we can. And we'll start at 11 a.m. And that's a partnership between our office and the Capital Area Food Bank and Kingdom Fellowship AME Church, which is in White Oak. And we're going to be doing that Saturday and every Saturday this month. So, and going into May as well. So come out if you need any, and it's on my social media. I'll be posting it again today. If you have anyone that's in need, obviously the website that Councilmember Alvarez mentioned about donations is very important. We're working as a council and as a county government to make sure that our area food banks have what they need so that they can provide for our families during this very difficult time. And we took a big step forward yesterday. We always tell everyone stay at home, right? Because we want to keep the virus under control, make sure people keep safe. A big part of staying at home is making sure you can afford to stay at home because rent and mortgages are still due. And we passed yesterday a pretty historic bill that is aimed at helping some of our families that are struggling right now to pay what they need to pay. And so we passed a bill unanimously yesterday that will limit the opportunity for rent increases to the voluntary guidelines in the county, which is 2.6%. And that will go into effect immediately here start. And so if you've gotten a notice for an increase that's higher than 2.6%, that will need to be drawn back. And going forward to the end of the crisis, to the end of the state of emergency, you won't be able to receive an increase any higher than that. We also introduced an appropriation led by our council, all the council, but the initiative was started by Councilmember Glass to put $2 million towards rental assistance. And this is eviction prevention money. If you need direct assistance, our Department of Health and Human Services administers this program. Just type rental assistance Montgomery County. There's money available in the fund now, but we're going to be putting more money in it, realizing that more people need help. So those are just some of the things we did this week. And we're working really hard as a team to keep you safe. And really appreciate everyone coming and tuning in to Storytime every week. Share it with your friends. And we will certainly have my good buddy, Councilmember Alvarez back. So thanks again for coming out, Gabe.
It's been fun.
Oh, there you are. You're there.
Yeah, I was muted.
No problem. So I was just going to sing our goodbye song, and then we will see you all tomorrow. Okay, here we go. We clap goodbye like this. We clap goodbye like this. With our friends at Storytime, we clap goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. You can wave too, Gabe. With our friends at Storytime, we wave goodbye like this. See you guys later. Thanks for coming.